recorded a trade deficit of 1.87 trillion naira in the second quarter of the year, despite recording 111.32% in crude oil exports. However, statistics released by the National Bureau of Statistics in Abuja on Wednesday showed that the country's deficit improved within the period. In the first quarter of the year, the country's trade deficit stood at 3.94 trillion naira. The foreign trade in goods statistics reports for second quarter 2021 by the NBS showed that crude oil, Nigeria's largest export, rose to 4.08 trillion naira from 1.93 trillion naira in the first quarter of the year. According to the NBS, crude exports constituted 80.29% of the country's total exports, higher than 66.38% in the first quarter, while non-crude oil exports represented 19.7% during the same period, lower than 33.62% it occupied in the first quarter. The Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission has confirmed Kogi as an oil-producing state, saying it stands to benefit from the 13% derivation fund. The Commission, in a confirmation letter to the state governor made available to newsmen on Wednesday, said the state would start to benefit from the fund as soon as the proceeds from the operation of Oda River 1 oil well and the Anambra River 1, 2, and 3 oil wells start contributing revenue into the Federation account. A statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Onogu Muhammad, said the Governor, Yahaya Bello, had expressed the state government's appreciation to the President Muhammadu Buhari for the recognition of Kogi as one of the oil-producing states in the country by Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission. For the third time since it was established 44 years ago, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation yesterday officially released its audited financial statement for year 2020. With the development, the corporation has now joined other state-owned global oil concerns that publish the details of their operations to boost investors' confidence and enhance business transparency. President Muhammadu Buhari last month announced a profit after tax of 287 billion naira for the NNPC for the financial year ended 2020 and had directed the corporation to ensure prompt publication of its AFS in line with the requirements of the law. The latest financial statement of the National Oil Company showed that aside the already announced PAT from a loss position of 1.7 billion naira in 2019 to 287 billion naira in 2020. NNPC's total current assets increased by 18.7% compared with that of 2019, while its total current liabilities increased by 11.4% within the same period. Now, the Federal Executive Council, FEC, has approved the fifth generation network, otherwise known as 5G, for the nation. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Bantami, who disclosed this yesterday while speaking with newsmen at the end of the weekly FEC meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari, also revealed that the Council, in approving the 5G, took cognizance of the report of the International Telecommunications Union and the World Health Organization that pronounced it safe to human health. The minister listed the benefits of the policy to include higher data rate, a larger capacity, lower latency, while it will also open many opportunities economically, academically, and render necessary support to the security agencies in areas where they need high quality frequency. On the other side of Africa, South Africa's current account balance widened to its largest surplus ever at 343 billion rand for the second quarter, according to data released by the South Africa Reserve Bank on Thursday. Now, the current account balance in monetary terms was 261 billion rand in the first quarter. As a ratio of GDP, the surplus widened from 4.3% in the first quarter to 5.6% 2% in the second quarter. According to the Reserve Bank, merchandise exports increased to a new all-time high during the second quarter. Merchandise includes agriculture, mining and manufacturing exports. Imports increased by 3.4%, its second highest level since the second quarter of 2019. The Kenya National Bureau of Statistics has released the Annual Economic Survey 2021 after a 4-month delay. The GDP contracted by 0.3% in 2020, hit by the economic fallout of COVID-19 compared to 5% growth in 2019. Now, GDP jumps to SH 10.75 trillion after rebasing of the economy to 2016 base year for 2019. Now, however, the economy is projected to grow by 6% this year, helped by the manufacturing sector. On the foreign scene now, stocks declined along with US and European equity futures Thursday as investors continued to fret over a slower economic recovery and the prospect of a reduced central bank stimulus. The dollar advanced. MSCI Inc.'s Asia Pacific gauge was at track for the biggest decline in 3 weeks as Japan ended a prolonged winning streak, served by a plan to extend a virus emergency for Tokyo and other areas. Australian equities tumbled as the nation grapples with a Delta strain outbreak. The S&P 500 retreated for a third day overnight, and the Nasdaq 100 posted the biggest drop in 2 weeks. Oil prices rose for a second session on Thursday, recovering from earlier losses as a decline in U.S. Gulf of Mexico output following damages from Hurricane Ida underpinned the market. Now, Brent added 23 cents or 0.32% to $72.83 a barrel in early trade, and West Texas Intermediate crude rose 15 cents or 0.22% to $69.45 a barrel. Now, Gulf production remained offline on Tuesday, or about 1.4 million barrels per day. The market has lost about 17.5 million barrels of oil so far. Energy Information Administration EIA said on Wednesday that Hurricane Ida should force a bigger decline than its previous forecast for a drop of 160,000 barrels per day. And now let's take a look at figures from the stock market.